Iranian people, including inside of Iran, have been the people who offered me the most condolences. I mean, they're active on social media, speaking out against Hamas, in favor of Israel and Israel's right to self-defense, because they understand. They understand the reality of what Hamas actually is, of what Islamic Jihad in Gaza actually is. So the reality on the ground in Iran is that they're very, very pro-Israel. They look to Israel as an example, and they want Israel to help them as well. So any attack on Israel, they take very personally. I've spent the better part of the last year traveling quite a bit to different locations for lectures and for meetings, but more importantly to meet with members of different Iranian diaspora communities, connect them with the Jewish communities, since we have the same goals and the same interests, and also, honestly, a shared history that a lot of people aren't aware of. The Iranian people are definitely not enemies of Israelis. Iran was actually one of the first countries, one of the first Muslim countries actually, to recognize the state of Israel. So the friendship of Iran and Israel is much longer than being enemies. That's something new that only came with the regime in 1979. So in the last year, I've been meeting with different lawmakers about how to hold the Islamic Republic accountable, whether it be designation of IRGC or sanction enforcement. And then at the grassroots level, I've been an activist within Iran in the Persian community, organizing protests of solidarity on the ground in Israel. And the point of this is to motivate the people of Iran and to show them and to show the world that we stand with them in their pursuit for freedom, and that regardless of Israel and the conflict with the Iranian government, the people of Israel stand united with the people of Iran. And I think what's interesting about what's happening right now with the operation in Gaza and the war that we're facing from Hamas terrorists, who of course incidentally are supported, funded, and trained by the Islamic regime in Iran. So it's been really, really moving to see how much the Iranian community, even inside of Iran, is supporting Israel. In fact, before I even saw Jewish communities posting about rallies that they were going to host in solidarity with what's happening in Israel against terrorism, I saw that the Iranians had organized flyers and promotional materials for holding a rally of support for the state of Israel. So it's just been incredible to see that these people who have been told that there are enemies are in fact not at all. They're our greatest defenders and they're our greatest allies. And I have nothing but love for the people of Iran. And I think I can speak for the majority, if not all, of Israeli citizens as well. I think that the only option in Iran is regime change. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of people who spoke up against Iran, some of them tried to work within the system in the last few decades. None of them have been successful because, frankly, the Iranian regime is very intelligent. They do know what they're doing. They use unbelievably complex psychological warfare even on their own people. And that's part of the reason that they've been able to maintain control with such an iron grip for so long. So yes, I think the reality is we're not going to see a change in Israel-Iran as a state relations until there is a regime change. But when there is a regime change, there will be peace the next day. Iranians and Israelis will be the best of friends publicly and openly once again.